Hey y'all, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to share our family's absolute favorite must-have Thanksgiving side dish recipes. Y'all, I'm so excited about today's video. I have been actually filming this for a couple months, just making a side dish here and there throughout the weeks, but these are the recipes that are never not on our Thanksgiving spread. These are some of my absolute favorite side dishes. It just would not feel like Thanksgiving without them. So I wanted to make sure I shared every single one with y'all because I just love y'all and I'm thankful for you guys as well. So I'm doing about 4 or 5 recipes in this particular video, but also I wanted to remind you guys that in my Friendsgiving vlog, I'm gonna have it linked down below as well. I did a lot of cooking in that video, and that's where the rest of our side dish recipes will be found. So if there's a specific side dish, like, I don't know, what's in that other video, Southern cornbread dressing, yum. If you want to see that, plus all the rest of those amazing recipes, make sure you head over to that video as well. So I hope that these recipes will give y'all some inspiration, maybe some new ideas, and also just some motivation to start your Thanksgiving planning. It always feels so nice to kind of be a little bit ahead of the game, have your menu planned out, you know, who's bringing what you're making, what desserts you're making, all that good stuff. I love planning it out. But now's the time to get started. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Also, if you are new to my channel or haven't subscribed yet, I'm gonna go ahead and remind y'all to do so now. Subscribing to my channel is completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not like you're paying like for a subscription. All that means is when you are signed into YouTube, when you come to YouTube, my videos will automatically pop up for you so you don't miss any of them. That's all it is. Free, and I would love to have you as part of my little family. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started cooking. No Thanksgiving is complete without some Crockpot Mac and Cheese. So this is the recipe that I always make. I'm just showing you all of the ingredients now. Obviously elbow noodles, you're gonna need egg, that's a Southern staple in mac and cheese, a can of cheddar cheese soup, sour cream, milk, black pepper, butter, and of course shredded sharp cheddar cheese. So you're gonna start by boiling 2 cups of elbow noodles until they're al dente. Then you're gonna go ahead and add those in to your crock pot. We're now gonna add the can of cheddar cheese soup. We're gonna add some black pepper. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add the milk, sour cream, and then add your sharp cheddar cheese. I just had some pieces. These were the ends after I shredded mine. That's why it looks kind of funny. And also add in the butter. This will melt as it goes along, so no need to melt it ahead of time. This is a very cheesy and creamy recipe. I really love it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and stir all of this up. All the sour cream and cheese and milk is gonna cool those noodles down. So you wanna cool them down before you pour in your eggs. That way your eggs don't immediately cook when you pour them in. So once you've stirred all that up, then you can add in your eggs, stir that up, and that's pretty much it. So I always normally cook mine on high for about 3 hours, and I will come in the middle of that time and just give it a stir. So this is about halfway through. You can see it's already super creamy, and I'm gonna let that go about another hour and a half. And then when it's done, as you can see, nice and creamy. I always look forward to this mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. Next up are mashed potatoes. Also, by the way, I'll have every single one of these recipes linked or typed out below, so no worries, you don't have to follow along and write all this down. They're already down in the description box for you. So I've already went ahead and cubed and boiled my russet potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and drain those and then bring those back to my pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these a little mash, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna add some butter, some softened cream cheese, some milk, And I'm just gonna mash those again once I have the butter and everything in there. It just kind of helps incorporate it and it makes them really good. Next, we're gonna add some Lowry's seasoned salt. Not really measuring it, just adding in a little bit. Also, I like to add a little bit of black pepper. And then next, I'm gonna stir it very gently. You don't wanna over mash your mashed potatoes. They'll get gummy really quick. So next, I'm just popping it into a baking dish, and I'm just gonna add a few more little pats of butter on top before we bake it. And this recipe is great because you can make it the night before, and the next day, all you have to do is pop it in the oven. Does this not look delicious, like some perfect mashed potatoes or what? So like I said earlier, my Southern family traditional cornbread dressing recipe is actually over there in that Friendsgiving vlog, so you'll want to check that out. But I've also made a sausage cranberry dressing. Actually, it's called stuffing. That is so delicious, so I thought I would share that one with you guys as well. So you see me just chopping up some onion and celery for this recipe, and when I make my dressing or stuffing, what do you guys call it? Let me know. Anyway, I like to chop up the celery really fine. I just don't like getting a big bite of celery, so that's what I'm doing now. And then next to my pot, I wasn't recording, I thought I was, I just added in one little tube of Jimmy Dean sausage, just regular old breakfast sausage. You can use the sage kind if you want. I just use the mild regular. And I'm going to chop that up and brown that up along with my celery and onion. Meanwhile, in a 9x13 pan, I have a loaf of French bread that I'm just kind of pinching off into chunks. You can cut it into cubes if you want, but I find just tearing it is a whole lot easier and a whole lot quicker. So basically, you just want to fill up your 9x13. I think I ended up using about half of that loaf of French bread. Next, I'm just sprinkling on a little bit of sage right on top of the bread cubes. And then once my sausage, celery, and onion mixture is done, we're going to sprinkle this right on top of the bread as well. And then next, we're going to add 1/4 cup of craisins. This makes this recipe so good, so different, and I just love the savory and sweet combo. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and stir all of this up, make sure everything is nice and combined, and then in a separate bowl we're going to add some egg, some chicken broth, and some milk. Then we're going to pour this mixture right over top of the sausage and bread cubes. And then next, you actually have to let this sit. So you want to make sure you make this a little bit ahead of time. I just popped some tinfoil over it, and I think I let mine sit in the fridge about 4 hours. The recipe will tell you, but I think it says not to leave it for more than like 8 hours. So like I said, just stirring that up, cover it with tinfoil, and then pop it in your fridge. After a few hours have passed, you'll bake this at 350 for about 45 minutes or until a knife comes out clean. And this is delicious. The edges get kind of crusty. It's kind of soft and gooey in the middle. Like I said, has that savory with just a hint of sweetness. This recipe is delicious. The next dish is green bean casserole with a twist. I've been making this green bean casserole for a few years now, and it is so good. So you'll start with a couple tablespoons of butter. Then you're just going to whisk in some flour. You'll whisk that in until it's smooth. Next, you'll add in some salt and some sugar, also some chopped onion, and then you're going to add in a sour cream. This is used in place of the cream of mushroom soup that a lot of green bean casserole recipes use. So then after you stir all of that together, you'll add in your green beans. I do like to use the French style green beans. You're going to use 3 cans of that, and you're just going to stir that up until all the green beans are nice and coated. This recipe is so good. I will definitely have it typed out for you guys down below. Next, you're just going to put everything into your pan. I had this one, so why not use it? And what's green bean casserole without some crispy French fried onions? So we're just going to top with those. These were for the SE Grocers, which is the Bilo brand. I won't buy these again, they were kind of crumbly. But anyway, it still tasted good. Just thought I would throw that out there in case you guys have a Bilo near you. Then you're going to bake this at 350 for about 30 minutes. And this is the best green bean casserole in my opinion. I love it. And it's just something different than what we normally are used to. Okay, next up is one of my personal favorite dishes of all time. It's kind of weird. It's pineapple casserole, but I promise y'all need to trust me on this. Try it. It is so, so good. So, first in a big bowl, you're just gonna add some sugar and flour. You're gonna whisk this up, and this is gonna kind of coat your pineapple, and it almost gives it like a streusel effect. It is so good. So just mix it all in together. Then you'll add in some sharp cheddar cheese. Yes, it's very weird, but I promise it's delicious. Maybe you guys have tried this before. But anyway, just stir that up to make sure the cheese is all nice and coated. And then you're gonna add in 2 cans of pineapple chunks drained. You wanna drain that juice off of there, and then just stir your pineapple chunks in with that cheese and sugar mixture. Next, you'll just place everything into your baking dish, and then in a separate little bowl, you're gonna melt some butter, and you're gonna crush 1 sleeve of Ritz crackers, and you're gonna top that on top of the pineapple. Next, you're gonna bake this for about 30 minutes, also at 350. And I promise, how much can I stress that? It is just so good. That combo of the savory cheese and those buttery crackers with that pineapple. If you like pineapple on your pizza, which I know is controversial, you're gonna love this. Be it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing these favorite Thanksgiving side dishes. Also, don't forget to check out that Friendsgiving vlog. That's gonna have even more ideas over there for y'all to check out. So down below, I want y'all to comment, what is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? What would it not feel like Thanksgiving unless you had on that table? I want to know. Leave it down in the comments below. All right, y'all, so happy cooking, happy Thanksgiving menu planning. I hope you're all doing amazing, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.